Mavericks get dog walked at home by Naz Reid and company as the Timberwolves take out the Mavericks at the AAC. We'll break it all down coming up next on the DLLS Mavs postgame show. It's the DLLS Mavs post-game show live in our DLLS Sports Studios in downtown Dallas. Kevin Gray alongside our DLLS Mavs analyst Bobby Carella. We, of course, are DLLS Mavs, your favorite guys, cover your favorite team, even when they get dog-walked by Julius Randle and another fitting homecoming for him as the Minnesota Timberwolves take out the Dallas Mavericks tonight, 118-105, as the Mavericks drop their second straight game after winning 4 straight. Minnesota wins their second straight game after losing 5 straight games. We'll break it all down here for you over the course of the next hour. We'll be joined by our DLLS Mavs beat writer, Harrod Jr., live from the American Airlines Center, and our national NBA insider, Marc Stein, as well, ahead of a busy, hopefully, NBA trade deadline coming up here in about 8 days. Bobby Carella, your biggest takeaway from tonight was?
Well, I am not going to feign frustration about that game tonight.
Sure.
No Coop, no Klay, no Kyrie, no AD, no Lively. We thought that might be their starting 5 this season. And they were all out. You're playing a Minnesota team that is much better than you. So it is what it is. I'm going to look at the positive tonight. First off, we got brand new tumblers.
Let's go.
From Wild Fork Foods.
I can't wait to take my home later tonight.
I'm looking forward to rotating out the one that I've been using every day of my life for the last 4 years.
Pause.
No. There's. Yeah,
I mean, you'll have plenty of it on.
My mic was
it's
off
big
that
enough
whole
to
time.
hold like a New York steak, New York strip.
I was wondering what choice of meat you were going to go with there on that. I was wondering where you was going to go with
that. But we got to experience the world again. We got to all be together.
Yeah.
I think I really value that. We get to do a tankathon spin.
We do get to do a
I
tankathon
value
spin.
that.
There you go. You
There's
value
a
that.
lot of good stuff. The team honored Norm Sanju.
They did.
There's a lot to feel good about, man. There's a lot to feel good about. So my big takeaway is the basketball game sort of sucked and everything else is awesome.
My biggest takeaway is PJFC. We back up. 21 points in the second half.
Yeah, he pulled a Jaden Hardy and you're taking the victory.
Hey, whoa. After 0 points in the first half, PJ had all 21 of his points in the second half, including 12 in the third quarter. So maybe PJFC back up again. As you know, I'm the resident president of the PJ Washington fan club. It's been a little rough for us this year. But PJ Washington hopefully breaking out of some of that funk going forward here as he had himself a nice second half. Mavericks will drop to 19-28 on the season, 14-13 at the American Airlines Center, as we mentioned, losing their second straight game. They're on the first night of a back-to-back. They'll welcome in the Charlotte Hornets tomorrow night. Meanwhile, the Minnesota Timberwolves improved to 29-19 on the year and what is now 13-11 away from Target Center this year. Big night for Julius Randle, who seems to always dominate when he comes back home. Of course, from the DFW area, former All-American, of course, terrific player at Kentucky before moving on to the NBA. And he's found himself a home in Minnesota, where tonight was big for them. Was 31 points to lead all scorers tonight. Anthony Edwards, a quiet 20 points. Naz Reid continues to do damage against the Dallas Mavericks, which he does every time, it feels like, against Dallas. He had 23 points in this game. As we mentioned, PJ Washington led all Maverick scorers with 21 points, all of them coming in the second half, where, Bobby, unfortunately, this game, it never felt like the Mavericks were threatening the Timberwolves at any point in this game, partly because it was a sloppy first quarter and first half for the Mavericks, especially in the turnover department.
Yeah, it most certainly did not feel like they ever had a chance. Shout out to Blips, who said, DLLS is good because I watched the pregame, skipped the game, and now I'm watching the post.
Oh, let's go.
First off, dude, shout out. Thank you so much for saying that.
Mhm.
Secondly, KG basically just told you everything you missed. So it was a fun show, and I think for the next 45 minutes, we should just talk about things that we feel good about. Yeah, I mean, the Mavs, there was one point I was just kind of evaluating the box score, okay, during a commercial. And at that point in the game, the Mavs, I think, had turned it over 7 times more than the Wolves had. But they had still taken more shots than the Wolves because they had so many offensive rebounds. There was another point in the game where the Mavs had 12 offensive boards. The Wolves had 7, but Minnesota was winning second chance points 15-7. So it's just like all of these extra chances that the Mavs were giving the Wolves, they scored on, and the Mavs weren't able to capitalize on any of the ones that they got to themselves. To wit, okay, the Mavs made 3 threes in this game, okay, 3. That is tied for the fewest threes made in a game by any team this season.
Oh, wow.
It's happened 3 other times this season. One of those other times was by the Mavs.
Are you serious?
Yes. Now, the other 2 times were by the Magic. Okay, so Orlando.
Well, they're abysmal at shooting threes anyway.
Well, they're actually good, though. So the Mavs this year, they have now, counting tonight, made 5 or fewer threes in 6 games this season.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. The rest of the NBA combined has done that 19 times. Only one other team has made 5 or fewer threes in more than 2 games this season, and that team is the Orlando Magic. Not really the kind of list that you want to be on. So Dallas has done it 6 times, Orlando 4, and then everyone else that's done it has either done it once, twice, or 0 times.
That's unreal.
Just that level of, and obviously without Klay tonight, and Max Christie was more like Min Christie tonight. Without the 2 guys on the team that can shoot, you're gonna have games like this. I mean, Brandon Williams made a 3, and they wasted that performance.
Right?
But he made one, dude. He finally got one to go, and they lost.
What is he like?
Such a bummer.
20 of 101 this year from the 3-point line, something like that.
Well, he was 19 of 100, and tonight he went 1 for 1. Yeah, so 20
of 101.
Yeah. He like doubled his percentage today.
The microcosm. I mean, you can look at a number of things tonight to spell out the microcosm of this game. The one I'll go to. Speaking of one, I'll go with the number 1. That is the number of field goals that Max Christie made tonight on 8 shot attempts. In fact, he didn't make his first field goal until 5 minutes left in the game against the Minnesota Timberwolves, going 1 of 8. From the field. The Mavericks shot a dismal, as Bobby started to lay out, a 3 of 18 from the 3-point line. That is a 16.7% clip. Minnesota Timberwolves were okay, going 12 of 34 from the 3-point line. Other numbers from this game. Timberwolves shot 45.7% from the field, and the Mavericks shot 45.2% from the field. The Mavericks were absolutely abysmal from the free throw line. I'm surprised that this wasn't more of like a 30-point game, to be honest with you. The number of turnovers that the Mavericks had, they turned it over 3 times in the first minute and a half. Like, it was just a turnover fest for the Mavericks. They were able to keep the game close a little bit in the third quarter to kind of pull things together, but at the same time, this team has just been abysmal shooting free throws. They went 26 of 39 from the free throw line tonight at a 66% clip, which is a story for them all year. They've been a bottom 5 team in terms of free throw percentage all season long.
Again, it's all margins. Like, you gotta, if you can't shoot the 3 ball, then you have to be able to rebound the ball well at both ends. You got to get yourself a lot of second chances, which they did, but they didn't convert them.
Didn't convert, yeah.
You got to get a lot of free throws. You got to make them, which they got a lot of attempts, but they didn't get a lot of makes. And you have to take care of the ball.
Yeah.
So, like, you have to turn it's kind of like, okay, football talk. If you can sling the pigskin all over the field and move it up and down the field and score 1 million points a game like you're the Cincinnati Bengals, okay, well, then maybe you don't need the great running game and maybe you don't need a great defense. You're still going to be able to score enough points to win sometimes, like the Dallas Cowboys, But if you can't throw the ball or if your quarterback sucks, well, then you better run.
Yeah.
You better force turnovers. You better be like the Chicago Bears.
You force a bunch of turnovers.
Although Caleb is good, but like the Bears always lead the league in turnovers forced. They always get a lot of forced fumbles, a lot of interceptions. You have to dominate all the other aspects and facets of the game. But the Mavs, like, they don't. It's not that they can't make threes; it's that they don't even shoot them.
That's right.
Tonight, 18 3-point attempts. That's their 4th game this season with fewer than 20 attempts. The rest of the NBA has done that a combined 5 times. this year.
Wow.
So almost half of the instances of that few number of 3 attempts in a game have come by this team. And they're not good enough at all of the other things that you have to be good at in order to win. So like that is, and frankly, you know, I don't hold that against them because it is really hard to dominate 12 different categories. You know, like it's really hard to do that. It's way easier to just be able to sign a few guys that can make threes. You know, and so that's why I keep always harping on that one thing, because shooting matters so much, dude. Like it just matters so much. It covers up all of these other mistakes. You know, Rick Carlisle would always say shot making is the best deodorant. You know, you just get a couple shots to fall. It doesn't matter that you miss box outs all the time.
Sure.
Because you can score.
Yeah, this is when the margin of error is as thin as it is for the Mavericks. I mean, the little things really come into play, and it kind of goes back to the comment in the chat in terms of the turnover problem. The Mavericks turned the ball over 19 times in this game, which led to 22 points off the turnovers for the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is a problem that the Mavericks have had specifically against Minnesota this year, and now 2 games. The Mavericks, check this out, in 2 games have 39 turnovers against the Minnesota Timberwolves, who is a top 10 defensive team in the league. In fact, they came into tonight 6th in defensive rating, so this is not a team that isn't good defensively, but when you're turning the ball over that much and not giving yourself opportunities to be able to score against what is a stingy defense, you're going to find yourself on the business end of a double-digit loss, which the Mavericks did tonight. But not valuing the basketball will get you caught up in a lot of losses in this league, given the fact that the Minnesota Timberwolves are really good in that area. And once again, the role players from Minnesota stepped up tonight. Naz Reid was really good once again with his ability to knock down shots from the outside, drive it to the rim. My man 6'11" hitting giant killers over folks tonight. But the story of tonight, Bobby, before we take our first break, was Julius Randle once again, as he continues to dominate the Mavericks every time he comes back home here to Dallas.
He's a good player. I mean, he can score around the rim. He can handle the ball. He can do a little bit of everything. He is, he's not really a center. He's not really a power forward. He's kind of a tweener big.
Yeah.
And the Mavs don't have a guy on their team. Like, PJ is sort of kind of that guy, but Julius probably has like 30 pounds of muscle on him.
Yeah.
And so, if you don't have anyone that can knock him off his spot, it's going to be tough. In the first quarter, Dwight was on him a couple possessions, and Dwight had to back off a little bit because Julius is fast. So then Julius was just dropping jumpers right in his face. So, he's had a lot of good games against the Mavs over the years. If you have the kind of guy on your team that can defend him, someone that can be physical, that can move his feet a little bit, you can potentially slow him down. But the Mavs have never really had a guy like that, like at any point in Randall's career, honestly. So he always kills this team, man. Always does.
Yeah. And at one point, Randall had a drive to a basket where he just simply shoved off PJ Washington, gave him a nice little forearm and knocked him back 5 feet. And all of a sudden, he hits a nice little floater to be able to continue what was a really good night for him. And what was a special night at the American Airlines Center, as the co-founder of the Dallas Mavericks, Noor Sanju, was honored tonight by the franchise, as it is Legends Week for the franchise, as the Mavericks celebrate their 45-year anniversary this year. Tomorrow night, Mark Aguirre will have his number 24 jersey raised to the rafters at the AAC. So that will be a special night tomorrow when the Mavericks welcome in the Charlotte Hornets on the second night of a back-to-back. But tonight was Norm Sanju's night. So congratulations to him and his contributions being obviously honored by this franchise.
Hey, fix the vibes in chat. We just said it's a positive night. We just listed all the good things. All right? Just be cool. Everyone be cool. If someone's bothering you, you can block them, you can mute them, you can do all that stuff. Just be cool.
And with that, let's take our first break here on the DLLS Mavs.
I love all of you.
Post-game show.
Except there's a couple of y'all that I don't like that much. All right, but I still love you.
Don't speak for me.
I don't
we
like
love Tanner.
I don't like all of you, but I do love all of you. All right? And you know who you are. The bad ones, not the good ones. Hopefully the good ones too, but especially the bad ones.
More on tonight's game. We'll be right back.
After this. Hey, 2026 is underway. I mean, it's well underway. We've already had a whole snowstorm, ice storm, whatever you want to call it down here. Consider this like the second refresh of the new year.
I like what you're doing.
And maybe your resolution was to start a business or to take your business to the next level, get something off the ground. Well, the ice storm might have ruined those plans, but hey, we're back to life, baby. We're back to normal now. Everything is melted. Everything is refreshed and ready to go. So if you want to channel that fresh start energy, do so with our friends at Shopify. They give you everything you need to sell your products online, also to do stuff in person too. It's not just an online product. We use it here at ALLCITY and DLLS Sports as our online e-commerce agent. They process all of our online sales at our merch store, including this hoodie, which I think is wonderful. Shopify helped make this happen, but they can also help you with product descriptions. They can help you with displays. They can help you with everything, marketing tools, emails, the whole bit. So in 2026, stop waiting and start selling with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/allcity and shopify.com/allcity. Hear your first this new year with Shopify by your side.
Do you want to see Con Knipple take on Cooper Flagg tomorrow night at the American Airlines?
Yes.
Do you want to see Mark Aguirre get his number retired by the Dallas Mavericks?
Yes.
Well, you need tickets in order to do that. And
No.
Well,
How do I do that?
You do need tickets. Game Time can help you with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Game
I'm
Time
listening.
can help you do that. With Game Time, they got panoramic seat view, so you can pick out the perfect seat to watch the Rookie of the Year battle between Cooper Flagg and Con Knipple and see Mark Aguirre's number get retired. They've also got Game Time ticket coverage as well, so your ticket is covered with the most coveted flexible customer service policy in the game today. I promise I'll get it out. So make sure you take the guesswork out of buying your tickets with Game Time this NBA season. When you do, you download the Game Time app, create an account, use code DLLS to get $20 off your first purchase. Remember, that's code DLLS to get $20 off your first purchase. Download the Game Time app today.
Bark, 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 bark. And that was our first live ad reads in a while. It's pretty chaotic.
No,
It was.
I miss those.
I love the call.
Well, they're always live.
Yeah,
but
they're all live.
That's right.
That's the most live ones we've done in a while.
That's true. I love the call and response. Thank you so much for your participation with
Absolutely
with the Game Time app. Mavericks fall by 13 at home tonight to the Minnesota Timberwolves as the Mavericks. Yeah, tough night, man. We found out earlier today that Cooper Flagg was going to be out for tonight's game. He had been listed as questionable with the left ankle injury management. Klay Thompson popped up on the injury report with the knee soreness, both of them missing out on tonight's game. And with a Minnesota Timberwolves team that is fighting to get into the top six, a Mavericks team that came into tonight 3 games behind the Los Angeles Clippers for the 10th seed and final play-in spot in the Western Conference. The difficult stretch continuing for this team. We've talked about it a lot, where the Mavericks, of course, have the 3rd most difficult schedule remaining for the rest of the season as they move toward the trade deadline and the All-Star break. This team, unfortunately, continues to deal with injury, and tonight a good Minnesota team who statistically is one of the better teams in the NBA. This game probably should have been a lot farther out for Minnesota in terms of a win, but the Mavericks did play hard. There was some good things tonight. PJ Washington, who we'll reflect on here, had 21 points in the second half. All 21 of his points in tonight's game coming in second half, including a big third quarter where he had the 12 points. Hopefully, Bobby, this is a turning point, if you will, for PJ to kind of get himself going. It's been a real struggle for him this year, whether it be with injury, had missed a few games due to personal reasons as well. Hopefully, this can be a springboard for him because they're going to need to get some more out of Washington going forward here as this rest of the season goes on.
Do they?
I mean, I would hope so. I mean, he's on a new contract. This is a team that, or excuse me, this is a player that still is, I would think, a part of the future of this team. I know it's been rough for him.
I don't know.
Okay, let's talk about it.
I just don't know. I it was yesterday. God, every snow day feels like it's a lifetime.
It's all together.
Especially because I live alone. I don't have friends or family or whatever, and so like I feel like Gandalf just on the side of the mountain that he fell down whenever he felled the Balrog. and he's just laying there in the waste by himself, probably for like 2 days, but it felt like an eternity.
We need to start calling Bobby more, Tanner, is what it sounds like. We need to start calling and checking on him.
He just said he doesn't have friends.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about?
Kevin
Like,
are living right
living
here.
with me. Like, I don't have roommates.
Okay, you didn't specify.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I also
offended.
don't have friends. But
Okay, now I'm offended.
Exactly.
I don't have any friends.
Like, what?
Any friends.
Like, we literally get a group text. Like,
Oh,
what are you
so
talking
okay.
about?
No, I understand why someone asked if I walk to work. Is it because of the shoes? Yeah, these are my.
Those are his snow boots.
There's snow on the ground shoes. Sorry, my real ones look only a little better than this, but
this is actually the first different pair of shoes I've seen you wear. Like, other than
that's tough.
I mean, that ain't okay.
What a damning indictment.
Let me back up. That didn't come out the way.
No,
that
it's been
I didn't mean that.
The same pair of shoes, the same pair, for a year and a half.
That's not. I didn't mean it the way that they came out.
I didn't either. So yeah, for PJ, like I said on yesterday's show or 3 months ago show, whatever it was,
right.
This year is all about figuring out who plays well next to Coop, not who point at the players, but like what kind of traits, what qualities, what type of players fit well next to Coop, and also where Coop fits best on the floor. Is he a lead guy, playmaker? Is he a slasher? Is he your second guy off the ball? Are you using him as a screener or a roller or like the guy that's initiating all that stuff? And all of that informs the kind of players that will fit around him. So someone like Najee, okay, that's a little more, I wouldn't say Najee's ball dominant, but you can run your offense through him. He can be the kind of a pseudo point guard, playmaker, initiator. He plays off Coop very well. Maybe that kind of player fits well with Coop, which is why I've been this way, but I'm even more excited to see how Coop and Kyrie look together. Because Kyrie can do everything Najee can, and then some, whenever he's at his best. He's obviously an unbelievable player. And so I have no doubts that Coop and Kyrie will make for a dynamic duo, whatever position Coop is playing alongside of him. But PJ is a guy that fit really well next to a Luka type of player. Luka was very ball dominant, very heliocentric. And PJ could be a spot up guy. He could attack closeouts pretty well. And then any mismatches that could be created, either using him as a screener, because teams are freaked out, switching or doubling a pick and roll whenever Luka or Kyrie's involved. Well, they're just not going to treat Coop the same way, and so you can't really use him to create the same kind of advantages. And then with the Mavs playing a true center, unlike what they were doing in some of those throughout the 24 run, sometimes they go maxi at the 5 or whatever, where you can force the center to guard PJ. Or you put a wing on Gafford so that you can switch the Luka screen. You have your 5 on PJ. PJ can just cook that guy all the time. That's not happening right now, and so PJ is not making as big of an impact playing against starters because there's just a lot of overlap, and it's like, how do I fit next to this guy and in this system? And so I don't know if the answer is PJ doesn't fit or if it's just they just haven't had a lot of time on the court together because he keeps spraining his freaking ankle, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the I don't know what the future holds. I don't know how they feel he fits in with them.
Yeah, I thought coming into the season that he had a chance to potentially be a sixth man of the year type of candidate if you were going to have Cooper Flagg in the starting, because I thought if you're going to have Cooper Flagg in that lineup with AD's insistence of playing at the 4, that means Cooper Flagg would be your small forward technically, AD would be your power forward, and either Gafford or Lively would be your center, which means PJ could have an opportunity to embrace a 6-man role off the bench and really power that second unit to be able to lead that bench unit there. So unfortunately, the injuries have just continued to be a story for this team, and we've seen a shuffling in and out of the lineup, even for PJ himself, as far as his inability to stay in the lineup. As you see the standings currently now in the Western Conference, where the Los Angeles Clippers are 2 games away from somehow miraculously getting to 500 on the years. They're 22 and 24. The Mavericks remain in 11th at 19 and 28, with the Memphis Grizzlies losing to the aforementioned Charlotte Hornets, who are on the second night of a back-to-back tomorrow against the Mavericks. The Hornets won on the road tonight over Memphis, where Musa Diabate had 18 and 20 in the game for the Charlotte Hornets going into tomorrow night. Let's get to a couple of your super chats here before we take our next break. We see a few in there, starting with Lanner's got all 3 of them. Okay,
let's go.
Shout out to you, Lanner. Lanner with the $5 super chat to start off with. So Kyrie and Cooper will watch the games on the bench when not playing. Where the blank is AD? Can't stand him. Please tell me we can finally Get rid of him.
I believe, am I making this up? Wasn't AD sitting in a suite at some point earlier this season whenever he was out? Or I could be completely making that up.
I don't know. I don't know.
God, I can't remember. I feel like he was sitting in a suite, but that could have been a road game. I don't know. I thought someone said that he sat in a suite with Nico at some point. I just don't remember. That could be complete malarkey. All right.
I mean, we're not trying to remember stuff that Nico did.
He's been on the bench plenty of times when he's hurt, though. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I've seen the pictures on Imogen, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm assuming that I'm assuming he was in the house. He was at shoot around this morning, so I mean he is with the team.
Yep. Lanner comes back in with the $2 super chat. Any special show for the Luka anniversary Monday?
Oh, we got some stuff coming.
We do have some content coming out.
Multiple things coming.
Are we live that day?
That's on a Sunday.
We are live on Monday. We're live.
Oh, Monday, yes.
Yeah.
So technically, he was traded on Feb 2 Eastern time, Feb 1 our time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got some stuff coming out on Sunday, and then we will be live on Monday, and I'm assuming that we will spend some time talking about that.
For sure.
That transaction.
As we lead into the NBA trade deadline. Tanner. Laner comes back in with the $2 super chat. My bad. Kevin, do we know who cried meeting Luka? Give us the scoop. I love my guy Tim McMahon. I really do.
Uh-oh. I feel like there's a butt coming.
There wasn't anyone crying, at least that I saw. I was around the group the entire time. I did not see anyone crying during our, time with Luka Doncic on Saturday. So maybe I missed it. Maybe I wasn't paying attention, but I personally did not see anyone crying.
I wonder if it was actually like when this person found out that they were going to go to the game, they broke down in tears. Maybe that was happening.
Yeah, because like I said, my wife and I were with the group the entire time, and there was neither one of us saw anyone.
You telling me
tears.
Kirk Henderson didn't break down in tears?
Come on, man. You know Kirk. Come on, man.
Did your wife cry when she met Megan Thee Stallion, though?
Damn near. Yeah.
Did Meg cry whenever she met you?
What?
Kevin Gray, I love DLLS Mavs podcast so much. Oh my gosh.
No.
You think she's ever watched an episode?
No. Yes, Bobby, she has. Yes.
I don't know. You know what? I bet she might have been served up. Unfortunately, I think our highest performing Klay content this year has been the short where Ron said that J-Kid needs to bench him. Which, by the way, J-Kid did listen to that, but he heeded Ron's advice. But I wonder if that got fed to like her Explore page or whatever.
Oh, what about when Kevin asked Klay the question and he was like, no.
Yeah. She actually cried tears of rage whenever she met you. You're that mother.
You're the guy who asked that question.
Which is funny because I think I told the story earlier this year. I low-key kind of, blew up Klay's spot a little bit with that whole question. But clearly everything's fine. Everything is fine.
He's in a very publicized relationship.
Yes, everything's fine. Kirk denied it too. Like, he was there was no one that cried during. And no, I did not cry. I did not, was blinded by my own tears. No, I did not cry either. For those who are wondering, I did not.
So sports, definitely, I sports cried pretty hard whenever the Mavs lost the finals in 2006. I was 15. It was horrible. I don't think Dirk's 41-21 game, I cried a lot. All right. I cried basically from the time I woke up that morning until the time I went to bed. I sobbed.
Wow.
I literally sobbed at least 5 times that day.
Wow.
The next night was his last game. I did cry only a little bit during intros.
Especially when he cried?
Yeah, whenever he cried in San Antonio, I cried for like 3 seconds, and then I was like, I'm sitting around Spurs fans. I have to blend in. Otherwise, I don't know how many times I've sports cried.
Yeah, I think I know one for sure, but I was a younger child when this happened. So when Mike Tyson fought Evander Holyfield, my household was big Evander Holyfield fans. So when Mike Tyson bit off Evander Holyfield's ear, like I cried because I was really upset.
I mean, that's a pretty horrific image.
It was awful. Like, it was really awful. Like, we had a whole bunch of people over. Like, we were having a good time. And we're watching the fight. Mike Tyson bites off his ear. And we're like, I'm like, what's happening?
I mean, that's pretty weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
Like, that's you don't have to even explain that.
Yeah, it was
I would have
just-
cried too if I would have seen that.
it was
Probably would have passed out.
Yeah, I was like maybe like 8 or 9 or something like that, and it was horrifying.
Oh, I cried whenever the Rangers lost in 2011.
Oh, really? Okay,
I did cry. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was real fired up. I thought that, oh my God, this is gonna be the second title in 6 months. Like this is the best year of my life. And then they choked away Game 6. And then I had to watch Game 7 in a hotel room in Orlando, Florida. I was there for the Associated Collegiate Press. I think ACP is what it's called. I was the managing editor of my student newspaper, and we were
I need to
there.
clip that.
And after the Rangers lost Game 7, I was just sitting in this hotel room by myself, and one of my friends just texted me like, "Man, I'm so sorry," and I just started crying.
Oh man, the maddest I ever got was,
I'm not a crybaby. I'm a cry man.
That's right. That's right. I threw my phone when Dez caught it but didn't. I definitely lost my you know what that day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Threw the phone up against the wall, and that was. Never mind. I don't want to get upset all over again. It's too much.
We don't have time. We have to
I
go
know.
to break.
I know. Yeah,
I
we
wasn't
gotta
even
break.
crying. Like I wasn't even crying because the Rangers lost. I think I was crying because I thought that like this is sports immortality.
You
know,
thought it was happening.
I was like crying about what could have been.
Yeah.
Not so much what was.
Sure,
you
that
know,
makes sense.
It was
Yeah.
like, man, this could be so cool.
Like it was finally our time. That's the way I felt with the Cowboys.
Also, there was a lot of other stuff going on in my life. All right, but sports is a great metaphor for life.
It is.
That's why at All City, it's sports over everything.
With that, let's take our next break here on the DLLS Mavs postgame show. When we come back, we welcome in our DLLS Mavs beat writer, Harrod Jr., live from the American Airlines Center. We'll do that next. But first, are you hungry?
Yes,
Tanner, are you hungry?
always.
Yes,
I'm
especially
thirsty, too.
for
Wild Fork Foods.
yeah,
That's right.
from Wiley location or
You-
any of them.
Do you want to do the read
No,
yourself?
sorry, you
you
go
want to
ahead.
do it yourself? I mean,
Well,
you
I like
already,
the-
you're halfway there already.
I like the
Jalapeno
Addison
sauce.
location, but you're telling me there's a Wiley location
There's
too?
9 DFW locations
Whoa.
for Wild Fork Foods, premium meat and seafood market. They even got
Whoa.
delivery options on wildforkfoods.com. I got some New York strip steak waiting for me at home over the weekend.
Hell yeah.
And actually, I'm going to get some more this weekend. Shout out to Wild Fork Foods. Put the cup up. Put
Dude,
the cup up.
Wild Fork helped me get through the storm.
That's
All
right.
I
Same.
got a bunch of meatballs. I got a bunch of duck breast
Same.
from Wild Fork, and
Yeah.
it was fantastic.
My wife made some gumbo with the shrimp that I had purchased.
Oh,
from,
nice. Okay.
From Wild Fork.
Thanks for bringing
Unbelievable.
some to share.
Yeah, sorry, it was none left. My bad. But yeah, check out wildforkfoods.com. Best meat and seafood in the game. They blast freeze everything, so it's incredibly fresh. 9 DFW locations. My favorite is the Wiley location. Wildforkfoods.com. Check them out today.
So January is National Mentoring Month, and if you're looking at your calendar and thinking, Bobby, January is almost over. It's January 28th, or maybe it's January 29th where you're listening to this right now. Well, All City has been partnered with Big Brothers Big Sisters of America for a long time. Okay, for I think at least a year now.
That's right.
If not longer than that. And we're going to be partnered with them for a really long time to come too. And the reality is there's always kids that need mentors. Okay, showing up for your city goes beyond sports. You got to show up for the people in your community, man. Thousands of kids are waiting for a mentor. So January is the month where Big Brothers Big Sisters of America is trying to make this big push. Hey, sign up to be a big. It's someone to listen, someone to encourage, to simply be there for these kids from elementary school all the way up through high school. They put you in a program where you can match with a little. If you care about your community the way you care about your teams, this is your moment to make a difference, folks. So become a mentor today by going to bbbs.org/allcity. Again, bbbs.org/allcity. Step up, be a big, and help shape the next generation right here in our Dallas.
That's right, Lone Star Rob. There is a Wiley location for Wild Fork Foods. Make
There
sure you
is.
check them out.
But the great thing with that, sorry to spam Wild Fork stuff, but they
mean,
literally deliver anywhere.
I'm
It's
not
like
do.
I think it's somewhere within like 100 miles of their store or something.
Mhm.
I forget exactly what it was. One of their guys, Royal, was telling me, and it's like $25 for the whole year for the membership, and they will deliver
incredible.
to you for. You got to pay the $25, but they deliver you for free, always by the next day.
Yeah.
It's great.
We're going to have some fun with them later on this weekend. Shout out to our DLLS Stars crew. Let's go out to the American Airlines Center right now. Welcome DLLS Mavs beat writer. He is the Black Panther. He is Harrod Jr. Wakanda forever. Ron, what's going on?
I'm going to have to be blind because that glare was just extremely not good looking.
You
So
lit
I'm
up
gonna
like you were in the
have to be
Emerald City,
blind on
man.
this segment. Yeah, so this is I usually do this from this disclosed location in the tunnels of the AAC, but this is the first time like I guess they've opened the blinds and there's like a practice facility in the AAC.
Oh,
he's in Club Cato.
Oh, he's in Club Cato.
He's in Club Cato.
Oh,
That's
that's right. That's right.
So I may or may not be there. So yeah, I'm like, oh, this is interesting. I never knew that was here. I mean, I guess it's pretty dumb not to assume that, but I never thought of it. So yeah, looks really.
Well, they used to practice
retro.
down there.
I must say, yeah, that's where they practiced at. Yeah,
before they built the facility across the highway from the arena. That's just where they had all their practices.
Well, it looks very used to something. It looks used to. Yeah,
I've played a lot of basketball on that court over the years. I gotta say, I've had some good moments and I've had some other moments.
Yeah, I guess you never really had a reason to go down to that practice facility.
Paper.
You what?
No, I have. I mean, I've never even like. I didn't know it was even available. I just guessed the blinds are up today, and it looks like it was like an 80s, 1996 basketball court. Like it just looks old, like an older gym when I was a kid.
Well, the arena was built in 2001, but it's all right. We forgive you.
I'm sorry to my millennials.
That's hilarious. Your observations,
my God, dude, I'm getting gray hair all over my body now too. It's just tough.
Wait,
man.
what?
I'm getting gray hair in my beard.
I'm all over your body. Like what?
Well, gray chest hair. What is that?
I'm
sorry.
Just joking. I'm just joking. I've been gray since
I'll
I was
keep going if you want.
I mean, I've been gray since I was 25 years old. Like I've been graying for a while. I'm 39.
You've been gray since you were born, dude.
I started graying when I met my now wife. Like it was unbelievable.
Gonna pretend you didn't say that.
What you mean? She knows it. We talk about it all the time. In fact, she's proud of it. She's like, "Look at you. You didn't start maturing and aging until I came along." You're right. Actually. Exactly. I know, right? She takes credit for everything. I guess it's supposed to work.
We were just a great show.
You'll get there.
Do you have grays?
Yeah, a ton.
You grayed already?
Yeah, I've had like gray hair. This one right there. I've had one. I mean, I've had gray since I was in 8th grade. That's when I got my first one. So they told me, I guess it was wisdom. I said, I don't know about that, but I guess look at me now, everybody.
Wow.
You're a regular Benjamin Button out here. What the hell?
Good for you, dude.
Jeez, man.
Lean in, man. Lean in.
Wow.
Gray hair, no beard. Yikes. Anyway, fun things they said at the podium, because that's my job. So PJ Washington and Najee Marshall. PJ Washington and Najee Marshall did some type of like combo presser. I always think those are fun because usually players can play off each other. They can either go really good, really bad. Today I thought it was mostly really good. I mean, PJ was kind of asked like, hey, like when you think this roster is going to actually like be able to contend again? Since like the trade and everything. And he says that I don't think like our roster is bad. I just think it's an injured roster. I think that was pretty interesting. And just PJ talking about the ankle injuries. Again, he talked about, I think maybe 3 months ago, about in the off season, kind of just doing a lot of stuff to strengthen the ankle. But then of course, the season he sprained his ankle twice. I asked him just like, what is that feeling like when you work really hard? It's something and then it still kind of like betrays you essentially. He says like he's not like upset about it. He says it's just something that he's trying to work through. Is just kind of a part of basketball. But him and Najee just seem to have a good connection. They both had good games. PJ started like really really slow, but somehow ended up as led the team in scoring today. So I just he kind of had a bounce back game. It's kind of one of his better games since coming back from the second ankle injury. He's just really really struggled. So it's kind of good to see him kind of get back in his zone.
Was he asked why he missed the few games that he was listed out for personal reasons? Did he elaborate on anything about that?
No, maybe like at his locker, but I wasn't there. But not like the podium. No, he wasn't asked about that.
Okay. What else were your other observations from tonight's game and the game we're no Cooper Flagg, no Klay Thompson, and Julius Randle had himself another really good homecoming game.
Yeah, these games are sometimes hard to like take away like macro things from like for the team. But Caleb Martin didn't score the ball well, had a terrible plus minus. I thought he did some interesting like role player things. Again, at one point we thought he was kind of like the worst contract in the NBA. He's based on his start in Dallas. And now he at least looks somewhat serviceable. I would say he has, solid games. He'll get a chase down block in here, he'll rebound, et cetera, et cetera. Not point Najee still just seems to be a revelation. But at the end of the day, the team cannot make 3-pointers. It's 2026. They're making 3 threes in an NBA game. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Micah Parsons, who was at the game on crutches, could do something like that. It just they gotta do better at that. It's NBA. You can't in a game with 3 threes made. It just can't happen. Like, it's unacceptable. Tanking, non-tanking, good team, bad team. You have to like at least make what is like 8 threes minimum at this point. Even in an off night, that should be like your minimum made threes.
Yeah, I mean, they only took 18 of them. So not a lot of shots going up from 3. Not a lot of makes going in.
The 2015-16 Mavs. So that's 10 years ago.
Oh, man.
They made 3 threes in a game once. This year's Mavs team has already done it twice. They've played half the year.
It's unreal, man.
I mean, we are in a time machine, dude. I know they're wearing the throwback jerseys.
That doesn't mean they need to reenact it.
It's a style choice, all right? It's to sell jerseys. It's not. We're not LARPing here, okay?
And yes to the answer in the chat. Micah Parsons and Kyler Murray were both in attendance for tonight's game.
Was Keon Coleman.
Keon Coleman was here tonight?
Future Cowboy?
You stop it.
Please stop.
Hey, George Pickens is a free agent. All right. You could use a real dominant, big, physical wide receiver 2 across from CD.
Let me tell you how ass backwards the NFL is, okay? The Dallas Cowboys, so CeeDee Lamb was named a Pro Bowler today. That gives the Cowboys now more Pro Bowlers than any team in the league, and they didn't even make the postseason.
Yeah, the Pro Bowl is super relevant.
So how much does the Pro Bowl matter after the?
It's so relevant. It's so relevant that all 15,000 AFC quarterbacks decided not to go or were injured. That Shedeur Sanders is now a Pro Bowl quarterback in the AFC.
It's good for All City, all right? It's really good for All City. I'm all for it. I love it. I think it's great.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
That's your State of the NFL report here on the DLLS Mavs postgame show.
Alex Rodriguez is also in the house.
Who?
A-Rod, former Texas Ranger, infamous. I think it would be a good word to use.
Yeah, that's definitely a good word for it.
Texas Ranger. But yeah, he was here. I mean, he was, sliding through back doors like he always does. So, but he's a good guy.
Damn.
I did catch him in the hallway.
What?
I did catch him in the hallway.
Just like he always does.
What?
Classic A-Rod.
Of course, Alex Rodriguez, the co-owner of the Minnesota Timberwolves these days.
And the second most recent Ranger to win MVP.
Yes.
Behind only Ron. Do you know?
That would be a no.
Like it was on the Rangers?
He was on the Rangers and he won MVP.
That's right.
Nah, I don't know it.
Josh Hamilton.
Come on now.
In 010, he hit like 360 that year. He was unbelievable. In 010. God. I used to make fun of people that said that. Now I'm one of them.
Dang. 2010 baseball for your boy. Yikes. That was, I was watching like Digimon or something. Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, wow.
Who knows?
No, 2010, a very, I was exploring mind-altering substances that year, spending a lot of time watching baseball.
Did you just say mind-altering substances?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. We'll get down there, Bobby.
Altering is hilarious. Yo, KD's
it's
hilarious.
like Stein's use of the words draft position prioritization. That's what you just did there. That's what you did. Ron, we're gonna let you go because you got to play on the second night of a back-to-back, just like the Mavericks do tomorrow when they welcome in. Apparently, these days for some people, rookie of the year favorite Con Knipple and the Charlotte Hornets. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of want to watch the Charlotte Hornets broadcast. You know who does their broadcast? Eric Collins. I don't know if you've heard some of his calls. He's unbelievable. How do you do? Yeah, that dude's incredible. Incredible. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
See ya.
Bye, Ron.
Let's get to that super chat before we.
It was just the devil's lettuce, guys. It wasn't anything too serious.
You didn't have to. You could have just left it at what it was.
Well, I don't want people speculating that I'm, like clavicular or anything.
What word was that?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
It's better that you don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm way too employed to know some of the stuff that I know.
Okay. Okay. Farhan with the $4.99 super chat. Forget this game, damn it. We stink. He didn't put the damn in part. PJ is a Luka merchant. Yikes. Oh, no. More importantly, KG, did you convince Luka to come back? Admit he's coming here in 2028. Hashtag bring him home.
Hey, every movement starts, at a point where everyone else will look at it and say, you're crazy for thinking that.
All I know is that if LeBron James could go home, anybody could go home. And Luka loves watching LeBron growing up. So maybe he follows the same career path as LeBron and eventually comes home and helps Cooper Flagg and the Mavericks win a championship. Never say never in this business. Never say never.
Crazier things have happened. It just so happens that a bunch of Mavs players' contracts expire
in 2028.
It's kind of wild. I don't know. It's just sort of weird, Like, if you think about it, it's just kind of weird.
It's kind of weird.
It's just funny sometimes. And also, the Mavs have the Lakers pick in 2029.
Oh!
Just imagine.
Oh, wow.
Just imagine.
That would be unbelievable.
It would be funny.
It would be hilarious.
It would be hilarious.
Better be funny. That's right.
It would be.
Let's take our final break and welcome in our national NBA insider, Marc Stein. We'll do that next.
What do you think Mark's reaction was whenever we were the last 3 minutes of the segment that we just did?
He probably wasn't even watching.
I
He's
bet
not listening.
He's not even listening or watching. He's feverishly put together another
tweeting,
notebook.
posting, collecting.
In fact, let me check
notes.
to see if he's got a notebook out before we get him
Yeah,
on.
you should do that. I'll carry the diehard read. Don't you worry. Hey, you should become a diehard. Scan the QR code right there. It will take you to a website, alldls.com, where you can sign up to become a diehard. The link is in the description, folks. And you want to click that link because we're always running sales. All right, we're always running specials. This one, hey, it's the same as always. You get a free shirt right when you sign up. Okay, right when you sign up. It could be this one that I'm wearing right now.
Oh, wait a minute.
Well, I don't know. You can't really see the logo because of everything. Oh! Or now you can't get a free hoodie when you sign up like the one I'm wearing right here, but you do get to save 20% off all other merch and gear whenever you do that. You get to join the DLS Diehard Discord Lounge. Great place to hang out with diehards. We're having 20 diehards in the studio on Saturday.
Let's go. I cannot wait for
Some
this.
are here to watch the Mavs game with us. Some are here to watch the Stars game with the Stars crew. It's going to be fun. Wild Fork is coming down. They're going to drop off. Personally, I'm hoping for jalapeno cheddar bison sausage, but their hickory smoked sausage got me through the snowstorm. Their duck breast has gotten me through many a tight spot. And I had a bunch of their meatballs. Everything I've had there has been great. So I know whatever they bring is going to be fantastic. But anyway, you get to read the entire website, all that primo written content covering your favorite team. You can become the smartest, best dressed, most well-informed, most well-connected, most highly envied person in your social circle, folks. All right, so don't miss this opportunity. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become a diehard today.
Appreciate all of you hanging out with us here on the DLLS Mavs post-game show. We will be back tomorrow as well on the second night of the back-to-back as the Mavericks welcome in the Charlotte Hornets. Tip-off will be at 7:30 p.m. with our pregame show beginning at 6:45 p.m. right here on DLLS Sports. With that, we welcome in.
Not yet.
Oh.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Uh-oh.
Not yet.
Is he posting?
I didn't see anything
No,
posted
he
as of
hasn't.
yet.
I'll text him.
Are the Mavs wheeling? Are they dealing?
Well, they might need to get to doing that here soon because tomorrow, let's check the calendar. Tomorrow is January 29th, which means we are going to be exactly 1 week away from the NBA's trade deadline. What do you want to see happen at the NBA trade deadline? Because it's coming. Najee Marshall was really good once again tonight. Went 7-14 from the field with 50% from the field tonight. Had another 18 points in this game as he continues to be on a torrid run for the Dallas Mavericks, averaging over 20 points per game in his last handful of contests, and continues to play well for the Mavericks. Another bright spot in what was an otherwise forgettable game tonight. Najee Marshall continuing to stack good game on top of good game here.
Yeah, he's a good player. Also, shout out to B. Wilgis Alexander. 12 free throw attempts. 8 of them came in the first quarter. That stayed aggressive. I thought I was worried that it would be a rough game for him with Gobert around the rim and stuff. B. Will does all of his damage in the restricted area, but he was still able to make an impact.
With that, we welcome in our National NBA Insider. You can always dial up the Stein line at the Stein line.
Marc Stein.
Hi, guys.
How you doing?
I'm okay. How are we doing?
Good. It is midnight on the East Coast, which means we are officially 7 days away from the NBA trade deadline. Before we get to that, your observations from tonight's game and otherwise forgettable loss for the Mavericks in a number of areas.
In all candor, I'm being as candid with you guys as possible. I left my vantage point at halftime to work the phones, so I didn't see a dribble in the second half and was honestly pretty distracted in the first half because you just said it. We're a week away from the deadline, and there was no way I was going to miss a Minnesota game. I think you guys know I've covered Chris Finch a long time, so if he's in the building and Anthony Edwards is in the building and Julius Randle from Prestonwood Christian is in the building and Rudy Gobert and the whole cast of characters, I'm going to be here. But I was a very distracted observer tonight, and my focus is the deadline. So I have to be honest with you guys that I don't have much to offer in the way of game observations. And I'm going to be here tomorrow night. I'm going to be here tomorrow night because I am so excited for the Aguirre ceremony. From a distance, I did see the Corellustrator's mom, who I hadn't seen in a long time, but I didn't get a chance to speak to her. So please send her my regards. Hopefully I will see her tomorrow if she's here. I don't know if she's planning
she's not going to be there tomorrow. Tonight was her first Mavs games since Dirk's jersey retirement.
I saw her from a distance, and I did not get a chance to speak to her. So please send my regards. I will. I wanted to tell her how proud she should be of her son. Oh, my trusted colleague. Oh. But yeah, no, pregame was amazing because you had all these Mavs employees here from the 80s and 90s for Norm Sanju night, and pregame we were telling just some great storytelling about the good old days. I could have done that for hours, but like I said, once the ball went up, first half, I was terribly distracted. I was a terrible spectator. And then the whole second half, I came to the back and I was chasing. So
that's okay. You don't have to give us insight about the game, Mark. You can make it up to us by just reading all of the texts that you received over the last 2 to 3 hours.
That would be.
It would help a lot.
I don't see that happening. But yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot to chase. I mean, unfortunately, for the purposes of this show, not a whole heck of a lot of it has to do with the Dallas Mavericks right now. So that's my other bad news. But
wait,
look, I think in general.
I was joking.
What did you say it again?
You said there was not a whole heck of a lot to do with the Mavericks. So there's some heck,
or part of a heck.
Yes, exactly. What part of the?
Like 1/5 of a heck, or what are we talking about?
You're as bad as the internet, Kevin Gray.
Yeah, Stein is getting aggregated by his
That's
own
right.
show.
That's right. He's getting aggregated by me right now. That's right.
Yeah. So I mean, look, we are a week away, or pretty dang close to it. But right now it's Giannis, and Giannis, and Giannis. So. And I don't think the Mavs are getting Giannis before you ask me.
Yeah, so the AD for Giannis swap is not in the works?
I would say probably not.
Okay, well, he didn't say
He
no.
didn't say no.
All right.
Like
I'm leaving here with something.
that's a little. I'm leaving here with something.
Yeah, and I'm
okay.
gonna be 20, and I'm gonna be 25 pounds skinnier by next week. That's gonna happen too.
You might.
I mean,
You might.
listen. After what happened to us almost a year ago, nothing, Kevin Garnett, is impossible.
What happened to us? What happened to us? What happened to us?
Us, that's right.
Exclusively
That's right.
Was
Us.
man. I can't. That's another thing. It's like I mean, I cannot believe we are closing in on the 1 year anniversary. Like
It's been a long
77
decade.
was just 77 was just here. It has been a long year.
It really has, man. So I want to get, we've talked about AD a gazillion times, and the Hawks always come up in that conversation. But over the last few days, you've reported some stuff about Najee, Max Christie. You've mentioned Daniel Gafford a few times over the last few months. Someone that teams would have interest in. I'm looking at the Eastern Conference right now, and I just see like desolation and sadness starting around I'll say Orlando's better than a 7 seed, but Miami, Atlanta, Chicago, Charlotte, Milwaukee, depending on if they keep Giannis or move Giannis. All of those teams could use upgrades. I'm looking around the West, and sure, West teams could use upgrades, but I think you're more likely to deal with the team in the other conference. Why aren't the Bulls and the Hawks and the Heat and the Hornets just absolutely knocking on the Mavs' door, keeping Matt Riccardi and Michael Finley up all night because
Even
of
the Raptors to a
all the
degree.
commotion on the door? Yeah,
Well,
why
look,
aren't all these teams doing whatever they can?
The Heat aren't doing anything that gets in the way of Giannis, so that's why we can scratch them off. But I think in general, look, I mean, I can't believe we've only had one in-season trade. I think we've talked about this already, but this is year 3 of the Aprons era. The first 2 years of the Aprons era saw 52 combined trades, or 52. So an average of 26 in-season trades. So, I mean, injuries have held things up. The Giannis thing has held things up. Najee Marshall has a lot of interest, but they don't want to trade Najee Marshall. I don't think we as a show want them to trade Najee Marshall either. But, one of the things, I can't remember what day I reported. Maybe it was Sunday. Maybe it was Monday. The word is the Mavericks want a first to part with Najee Marshall. I don't know that anyone will put a first on the table in the next week.
That's
I
actually
still hope
surprising to me. I'm not going to lie. That's surprising.
I still, what, the part that no one has, or the part that's what they want?
that a team wouldn't want to give up a first. I mean, he's a great player on a great contract.
And he can help a contender right now.
Oh, he can help any team right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe they will get it. And then, look, they don't have to do it because his contract is team friendly. It's not like shedding that salary. Let's just say you got a first and an expiring that matched Najee's money. I mean, you're slicing a little bit off the payroll, but I think it's fair to say they would rather slice salary off the payroll in different ways than trading. I mean, Najee's been fantastic. Max Christie has been fantastic, and more important probably than anything is they fit well next to Coop, and it would be nice to come away from some level of continuity after this season. Some players who play with Coop, and we know they play well with Coop. But look, a lot of those teams you mentioned in there, Boston, Indy, Toronto are 3 teams right off the top of my head in the East that we know they're all looking for some reinforcements on the front line. I think all have expressed varying degrees of interest in Daniel Gafford, but it doesn't seem as hot a conversation as it, like I said, I was writing about interest in Daniel Gafford in November, which was way early before we even got to December 15th. And everyone always considers December 15th to be the unofficial start to trade season. Now, but, could something still pop here in the next week. I mean, again, it's like we're super close to the deadline, but also still a week is a lot of time for stuff to happen. And those numbers about trades, the last 2 years, 52 trades, 52 in-season trades over the past 2 seasons. That's via Bobby Marks' bookkeeping at ESPN. And I think Bobby had the stat that nearly 80% of those 52 trades took place in the last week of the deadline. So this is money time now. So let's see what happens. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you just because the rumor mill discussion has quieted down that nothing is happening. The phones are ringing all day long. Every team is in discussions right now on something. So just because I can't give you sources say the Mavericks are talking to Team X about trade Y, they're having talks with teams. It's just a matter of how serious it's going to get here over the next 6-7 days.
So I'll let you go on this one then. So for Matt Riccardi and Michael Finley over the next week, what, based off your best read, has kind of been the mandate, if any, from Patrick Dumont and the leadership group about how they
I don't think there's been a mandate. Like, they would love to move off long-term salary if they could. If there was a way to trade salary that goes beyond this season and get the tax bill down to gain flexibility for the future, they would obviously love to do that. I think Klay Thompson has shot the ball very well in 2026 and the later stages of 2025, but the reality is Klay has another year on his deal in the 17 million range, and that's going to be difficult to move. Caleb Martin has looked like a different player here over the past month. He looks like the guy the Mavs thought they were trading for when they got him last year, but he's got money beyond the season, and that would make him hard to trade. But this is completely theoretical. If there was some sort of trade to move off long-term money, and that's all they did, I think they would be very happy with that. But that's one of the hardest things to do in the apron era. Everyone is so conscious of every single dollar. They need to create roster room to convert Nebhard and Cisse from two-way deals to standard contracts. I mean, that's a priority. So there's a lot to do. I just don't know how easy any of it is.
Oh man, that's why tying up all this long-term money was not a
Yeah,
great idea.
yeah,
but
the-
whatever.
And I lied. 30 seconds. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Is this actually a thing where the Bucks are actually really listening to offers now? Has there?
Yes, I think they are really listening, but they could still decide to take this into the offseason. They are listening for sure, more intently than they ever have. But they have not absolutely said we are trading him by next week. It's a possibility, it's a stronger possibility probably than it's ever been. And look, I've been reporting this for days now. Jake Fisher and I, we've been posting stories daily on my Substack. And, this is, since Saturday, we've been writing about that both sides, even the Bucks, are grudgingly coming to the conclusion that it might be time and they might have no choice, and making a move is in their best interest. My gut still says that they would rather do this in the offseason when there are more bidders and more optionality, more certainty about draft picks. But the downside of taking it beyond the deadline is now Giannis is basically like an expiring contract. He's down to 1 year and then his player option. So that might limit the willingness of some teams to come to the table with the amount of assets that the Bucks would want. So that is the one downside of letting this go till the summer. But realistically, the Bucks don't have to do this in the next week. They don't have to. But the talks are real. They're taking the calls, and it's a thing now. It really is.
Oh boy. Okay.
Wait, before you let him go, Mark, do you need to go?
I seem to have put you guys in a worse mood. What did I do? You guys are like exhaling and sounding exasperated.
Kevin is. I'm fine.
No, he's fine. I guess my only.
You're
and we're gonna
sounding
do a tankathon spin
exasperated.
and we're gonna do a tankathon spin before we get out
That's
of
what I
here
was
too.
going to ask if he wants to.
Yeah, we're gonna do that here.
Yeah,
in a
I want to. Yes, of course I do.
Okay.
And I feel
It
bad.
just-
I got here late and I didn't tweet that I was on. So
It just it doesn't feel it seems that this player and this team are holding up the entire league damn near hostage with all this, and for good reason, I would imagine, because of the stature of the player. But if something doesn't get done by the trade deadline, like, we're going to be discussing this all over again for the rest of the year and into the summer, which, I mean, the Bucks don't give a damn
well,
about.
let me put it like this. If I told you that this is hypothetical,
Yeah.
do not aggregate this. This is hypothetical. If I said you know what? I'm not even going to say. If I said your favorite team had a 7% chance to get Giannis, wouldn't you want them to run out every ground ball to
Yes.
see?
Yeah, for sure.
So okay. So then, like, if things hold up for another week and we got to wait till Thursday for all the trades, is it going to be so terrible? Like, if we don't get a trade tomorrow, is it so bad?
No, we need a lot of trades on Thursday, Mark, because we are having a live trade deadline reaction
Right.
stream starting at 1:30 Central right here.
Well, there
on
you go.
DLLS
Then
Sports YouTube
then
channel.
you should be rooting. Then you should be rooting for a holdup. You
I
want
agree.
all the action. You want all the action to happen on February 5th.
And the thing is, if all the action happens now, there's no action to happen later. That's the thing. If you're just wanting something to happen and then it happens and then it's over, anticipation is exciting. That's what makes us human.
there will be trades on February 5th. Will the Mavs make one? That remains to be seen. But there will be trades on February 5th. Okay.
If the biggest names that get traded this year are, no disrespect, Jonathan Kuminga,
Keon
Ellis, and
Yves Messi, with
yeah,
all due
Yves
respect.
Messi,
Hey.
yeah,
With all
I'm-
due respect. With all due respect.
yeah, I love
Hey,
Baylor Bears.
you know, Trae Young has already been traded. That counts as part of
That's true. Okay.
He was sent to the shadow realm in
All
Washington.
right, but if
Doesn't nobody
those
give a
guys
damn
are on the
about
medal
Washington.
stand, I'm going to be disappointed. I want to be shocked. I want to be amazed. I want to be
Hey.
disturbed.
I feel like this is not the first time I've said this, but you remember that last year was the most seismic deadline ever. So you're not going to get that every year. It's not
Why,
going to
what
be
happened?
like that
Well,
every
yeah,
year.
exactly. What happened? What happened that year?
Tanner,
All right.
get Tankathon going. This is
I'm ready.
all right, here we go.
Oh, baby. All right, this is a big one. This is a big one, folks, because with their loss tonight, the Mavs are back down to 9th.
Oh, wow.
We did it. We're number 9.
I'm feeling a top 4 leap here. I'm feeling it.
And the Mavs are actually tied with 8th and 7th, based on.
I'm feeling a leap
win
into the
percentage.
top 4 tonight. Watch this.
Yeah.
Hit the button.
Charlotte's out here,
Watch
they
this.
messed it up because they keep winning games all of a sudden. Like, they're winning a
Well,
bunch
and the
of
Mavs
games.
play them tomorrow. That's
Of course,
a
I
huge
can't
game.
see
Yeah.
I can't see the screen from here. You're gonna have to tell me how it turns out. But I'm feeling.
Oh, we
a leap
will,
into
we
the
will.
Top 4.
So the Mavs have a 20.3% chance at a top 4 pick and a 4.5% chance at the number 1 overall selection.
I mean, all we need is 1.8. That's all we need, apparently.
well, we've needed a little more than that so far, but
Shout out to Kingston
just getting
Flemings, who
warmed
went
up.
for 25 again after having, a 42-point game this past weekend against against Texas Tech. So shout out to him. Let's take our latest Tankathon spin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
this is the one.
Oh
my God.
They moved down? The Mavericks moved down? They did move
They-
down.
Tanner,
Oh my
oh,
goodness!
hang on.
I'm the
Damn.
worst. I am the worst. Where did they end up?
Can you scroll back up? I need to count. I'm counting all this. Sorry.
So number 1, the Wizards, Ron, take Darren Peterson out of Kansas. Atlanta will get Cameron Boozer
Oh,
at
my
number
goodness.
2. AJ DeBonsa gets sent to the Shadow Realm in Sacramento at number 3. Caleb Wilson goes number 4.
The Mavs dropped,
and the
dude.
Mavs dropped dropped to 10.
So we've done 16 spins now. The Mavs have moved down 9 times.
I don't imagine that says that Kingston Fleming slips to number 10, does it?
No, he
those
went-
days are done.
Yeah, the Kingston Fleming's days of trying to get him into the 9-10 range over. It's done.
Hey, at least OKC didn't move up this time.
Yeah, no, that's right. That's good. Yeah. It's dude, it's a bleak scene, man. It's a grim scene.
Do our friends in chat still enjoy doing this?
Oh yeah,
Yes, they always do.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Now here's the deal.
Because I was actually just a quick aside. I was speaking to someone in the Timberwolves traveling party today, and somehow we got on the subject of Tankathon, and I said, "You probably don't watch our show, but we've incorporated a Tankathon spin into every post-game loss," and they were impressed.
To which they replied, "No, I actually do love watch your show, and I love it very much." We've done 16 spins. The Mavs have moved up 3 times. Okay, that is moving up roughly 18 to 19% of the time. And right now, in 9th place, the Mavs have a 20% chance to move up. That's why losing is good because the
you know what? As bleak as that sounds, you also have to remember that in the first 39 years of the lottery wasn't last year's lottery. The 40th lottery was 85 to 2025. The Mavs were 0 for the first how many ever lotteries they were in. Their percentage of moving up was 0. So moving up, they're like on a hot streak on our show compared to real life.
7th place and 8th place Milwaukee have the same exact. They're the same number of games back, but they played fewer games. So same. They're ahead by percentage points. They have a 30% chance to move up, and they're 1 spot ahead of the Mavs. So, and that's starting to be the interesting part about Milwaukee.
You have to lose. Yes, that's to me is starting to be the interesting part about Milwaukee.
The amount of tanking we are going to see when we return from the All-Star break is going to be staggering.
Give it here. The Mavs have the toughest schedule.
It can't be more flagrant than what Utah's doing every single night. Like, they literally listed Keontae George out the other night for rest. It was nothing. It was literally rest on the injury report. Like, it's unbelievable.
It's a long year, man.
Unreal.
I could use a day off for rest. All right, I get it, Keontae.
Like, it's
also, you say one more bad word about a Louisville High School alumni.
It's nothing bad about him. I'm saying what the Jazz are doing.
Farmer Nation.
Is completely flagrant.
They don't call us the fighting farmers for nothing. We're not the peaceful farmers.
I mean, he fight, but the Utah Jazz not fighting for blank.
All right, I actually am going to go home and lock myself in my dungeon and write all night. So I'm going to leave.
You gonna drop some notes tonight?
Probably not tonight, but hopefully in the near future.
I mean, we are on a back-to-back tomorrow, so I mean.
And like I said, I am not missing. I mean, I am so psyched for this Mark Aguirre ceremony. So I will be here, even though I should not be here. And I got to see these. I got to see the Hornets, man. The Hornets, this just beating everybody by 50.
Top 2 rookies going at it tomorrow, hopefully. With
Cooper Flagg, hopefully Nipple.
Yeah. And Eric Collins. I'm excited to see and meet Eric Collins tomorrow. The play-by-play announcer for Charlotte. He's fantastic. Like him.
Drive home safe, Mark.
We'll talk to you.
All right, guys. I will see you soon. Be good.
Bye.
See ya. You brought up a great point, by the way, with the whole Milwaukee situation, because they low-key have joined the tanking group here because they stink, even when they were playing with Giannis. Not great. Tanner, we appreciate you making us look good and sound good as always. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for showing up to work tonight, Tanner.
Oh wow. Yeah, the Hornets did blow out Memphis tonight.
Wow.
Jeez, you just had to do that on air, didn't you?
Well, hey, I mean, you
just couldn't keep it off the air. You had to bring it to the air.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
Kat produced our pregame show from home.
She did do that.
Now, where was I?
What kind of superpowers that Kat has while Tanner was out just gallivanting around town.
Oh, wow.
Tanner was posted up at happy hour somewhere, just having a great we have a show tonight? Whoops.
Yeah. Don't worry. He'll get to make up for it tomorrow. Because
we have a show tomorrow?
We have a game tomorrow.
Oh, my God. Why didn't you tell me?
I did. I've literally been telling you. You asked me before the show, did we have a game tomorrow?
Oh, God. Who do they play?
They play the Charlotte. We literally just said the Charlotte Hornets.
What time?
6. Well, tip it off at 7:30. Pre-game starts at 6:45.
Okay, I'll be here for that.
And the post-game afterwards.
I'll be here for pregame. I'll see how I'm feeling for postgame.
Oh, wow. Okay. We don't know if Flagg will play tomorrow
I got to assert dominance over Tanner now. All right, the power struggle is ongoing. Okay, we got to stand firm and hold our ground.
Need to fight? Is that what y'all need to fight?
If,
take it outside.
If someone gives a $500 super chat. Tanner and I will have a boxing match.
Oh,
Not
gauntlet
agree.
thrown down.
Not agree to this.
With gloves
With
and
$500
stuff.
on the line, you're not going to agree to that?
I'm not getting the money.
Yeah, neither am I.
All
All right, if someone puts up a $500 purse, Tanner and I are having a
Oh,
match.
Don't-
$400 to the winner and $100 for lunch afterward.
Okay.
Loser gets nothing.
Damn. Loser gets nothing. Tanner, thank you. We appreciate you. Don't go out there and go fighting anybody, okay? We don't need you doing that. That's our DLLS Mavs analyst, Bobby Krella. I am merely your host, keeping these two from breaking each other's necks.
We're going too long lately. We've been going like an hour and a half, some of these post games.
Not an hour and a half. We're leaving right now. My name is Kevin Reed. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 6:45 p.m. right here on DLL Sports. Y'all be good. Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.